Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Dwayne. I'm just bringing you my reviews of this week's chapters of One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto, as well as my quick review of the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes TV episode, two part hour long episode. First off, I'm gonna start with Bleach, picking up with chapter 428 left off. Ichigo had met with with Genjo Kugo, saying that he didn't trust the guy because he Genjo knew something about Ichigo's father, but Ichigo didn't know what he knew about him. I don't Personally, I don't even know what what Ichigo's father's past is all about. But since he's a Soul Reaper, I'm sure in the upcoming chapters we'll learn more about Ichigo's father's past. Anyhow, yeah. So Genjo ended up handing Ichigo something, which, you know, if you read the chapter, you know, he ended up handing Ichigo something. Meanwhile, back at Ichigo managed to reach home and met up with his sister, and she had a happy look on her face, t- telling Ichigo that she had passed a test of hers and got a score of 96 since starting school, which I think is really cool. But anyway, moving on from all of that about his sister, Ichigo's longtime friend, um, Inoue, came to Ichigo's house looking to sell him some bread, and then the two of them, you know, talked about something about you know her being followed or something like that. So yeah, so yeah, anyway, Inoue, sorry if I got her name wrong, entered Ichigo's room saying something about, you know, it was the first time she's ever actually been into his room. And Ichigo responded by saying he's been in her room a number of times. Anyway, moving on with that, past all that with the, you know, you Inoue, um, mentioned something about, Ichigo being followed by some weird person or something like that, and wondered if it was problematic and what might have happened. And Inoue told him, explained to Ichigo that it was just her intuition that something strange was about to happen with Ichigo, and she didn't know what it was exactly. Meanwhile, moving on, after the whole conversation between you know Ino, Ino and Ichigo, we see Uryu outside of Ichigo's house, and then he spots some kind of mysterious stranger walking along the rooftops of Ichigo's neighborhood. So, you know, Uryu followed the mysterious person, not knowing who he was, but saw him reading some kind of book. So anyway, you know, after long story short, you know, Uryu followed the guy, you know, and got attacked, and what appeared at the end of the chapter looked like Uryu got his arm sliced off, and there was like a pool of his blood, and his carry bag was right next to him. and there was a mysterious card, you know, reading something about welcome to execution. What that what that meant, I have no idea, but I'm sure, you know, that mystery will be solved probably in the next chapter or the next couple of chapters. You know, whatever the disturbing series of events are, you know, I'm sure Ichigo is probably going to be in for a big fight, and most likely Ichigo will get his powers back. So we'll wait to see what happens with that. Now, moving on to One Piece right quick. You know, it picked up with 605 left off, with Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro still missing, and basically the rest of his crew still looking for him in the deep sea. You know, they came across an underwater volcano. You know, Frankie caught, you know, managed to capture that guy that turns his body into glue or some mess like that. You know, hiding in a barrel. So Frankie tied him up in there. You know, at the very, you know, and also Luffy's crew came across the Flying Dutchman. Why is there a Flying Dutchman in this chapter? I have no idea. I guess Oda-san is a fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and figured he might as well include the Flying Dutchman in it. And at the very end, you know, Luffy managed to somehow tame the Kraken beast, and you know, and I guess the Kraken is now Luffy's official pet, which I think is a very, very cool thing. You know, and with Luffy managing to tame the Kraken just in time, the Straw Hats have to figure out some kind of way to escape from the deep waters and the underwater volcano that appears that it looks like it's about to erupt. You know, and knowing Luffy's crew, I'm sure they'll probably escape that that um that danger with no problems or some extreme problems. Meanwhile, moving on to this week's Naruto. I'm just going to sum it up, you know, as best as I can. You know, Kankuro managed to defeat the puppet master that he had fought once before, and you know, Granny Chio and Sakura managed to beat, you know, and Kankuro found a weakness in Kabuto's resurrection technique, as you know, as as a puppet master had as the puppet master's body has started deceased body has started to crumble. Anyway, moving on from all that, Naruto and Killer Bee was moving on from all that. Naruto and Killer Bee were training with Killer Bee, trying to teach Naruto how to, you know, fully transform and control his nine-tailed beast form, like Killer Bee has done. And you know, and once Killer Bee learned that Naruto's master Jiraiya taught him how to use the Rasengan, and you know, and the fourth had originated it. You know, we see that Killer Bee managed to somehow um tremble a little at the very mention of the fourth name. Now I don't know, you know, why Killer Bee ended up trembling. Perhaps, you know, maybe it might have been because um Killer Bee might have fought the fourth once before in the past, or something like that, or you know, maybe Killer Bee figured that, you know, the fourth, you know, was was feared throughout the land or something. But anyway, moving. But anyway, you know, Killer Bee decided to train Naruto into using a tailed beach bomb like that giant beach bomb Naruto used before when he had fought Orochimaru and turned into the four-tailed fox. How powerful will Naruto's tailed beach bomb B, I'm sure it'll probably be insanely powerful, and I'm hoping that if and when Naruto completes his training and he and Sasuke end up fighting again, I hope Naruto will be powerful enough to defeat Sasuke this time. Cause that's a fight I'm definitely looking forward to. So, you know, those are my takes on Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. Cause I'm keeping them short since I only got a couple minutes. Um, for the 5 minutes, for the remaining 5 minutes, I'm just gonna explain the episode of the Avengers TV series. You know, if you haven't seen it yet, I highly suggest you watch it. It comes on Disney XD. Well, it used to come on Wednesdays, but Disney XD is now moving it to Sundays at 10 o'clock. In short, you know, the leader ended up nearly turning all of the world into gamma radiated monsters like the Hulk. You know, so they decided to enlist Hawkeye to help them defeat the leader, along with the Hulk, Hawkeye, and Thor were the only three Avengers, you know, left to save the world from the leader's diabolical plan to turn the entire world into gamma radiated monsters. And since Thor was immune to the leader's gamma rays, you know, he didn't really turn into a gamma radiated monster. So that's pretty much it for the Avengers. Um, my that's pretty much it for my short review of the Avengers TV episode. Um, I'll probably be back probably sometime later Sunday with my review of this Saturday's newest One Piece episode and probably Sunday's Avengers episode. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, one more thing for all you Yu-Gi-Oh fanatics, the new Yu-Gi-Oh movie will be re-releasing in theaters February 26th, and we'll see a new we'll see a DVD release in the spring of 2011. So those of you in Japan or those of you who want to wait for the new Yu-Gi-Oh movie that features Yugi, Yusei Fudo, and Jaden Yuki from Yu-Gi-Oh GX. There you go. You've gotten the info on the Yu-Gi-Oh on the Yu-Gi-Oh movie. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll be back Sunday with my review of this Saturday of tomorrow night's One Piece and tomorrow's episode of the Avengers TV show. And and then after that Monday, I'll be doing my review of Fairy Tail and next week's chapters of Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece and whatnot. So there you go. That's pretty much it. You know, sayonara, people. Later.